Now, first of all, open Task Manager and close Easy Anti-Cheat and Elden Ring and then restart the game. So make a right click on the Start menu and then click on Task Manager. And over here, if you find Easy Anti-Cheat over here, so here you can see Easy Anti-Cheat. So make a right click on Easy Anti-Cheat and then click on End Task. And if you have all the Epics services, and if you have a little ring showing over here, make a right click, then click on End Task. Now, once that is done, now you can launch the game once again and then check. Now you can try to launch the game once again. Next step is to delete the content of Easy Anti-Cheat and verify the game files. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select Manage and then click on Browse Local Files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Now over here, open the game folder, open Easy Anti-Cheat. Now first of all, you can create a backup of Easy Anti-Cheat folder. You can make a right click and then copy this file and you can paste it. You just create a backup. Once you have a backup, so if something wrong happens, you can put the folder back. So once you have the backup over here, once you have the backup, now open the Easy Anti-Cheat folder and then select everything, make a right click and then click on delete. Now once this is deleted, now go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties and then go to the Install Files tab and then click on Verify Integrity of Game Files. And the verification will take some time. And once the verification is complete, now you can launch the game. Now once this is 100%, now you can try to launch the game. If something wrong happens, you can restart Steam and then you can verify the game files once again. And then once the verification is done, now you can close this and then you can go to the game installation folder. And then this time, when you open the Easy Anti-Cheat folder, everything will be back. Now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to uninstall and reinstall Easy Anti-Cheat. Now for this, make a right click on the game and then select Manage, Browse Local Files and then open the game folder. Now open Easy Anti-Cheat folder. Over here you can see Uninstall Easy Anti-Cheat option. So make a right click, then click on Run as Administrator. Click on Yes to allow. Now press any key to complete the uninstallation. Now once that is done, make a right click on Install Easy Anti-Cheat. Click on Run as Administrator, click on Yes, and then press any key. Now once that is done, now you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to run Easy Anti-Cheat setup from another game and then select Elden Ring and then install Easy Anti-Cheat. So you can open File Explorer or you can go to any other game installation folder. So in my case, I can go to C drive, open program file 686. Now here you can see Easy Anti-Cheat, open this folder. Now over here you can see Easy Anti-Cheat, make a right click, then click on Run as Administrator, click on Yes to allow. Now over here you can select the option which says choose a game, click on this down arrow. Now if you see over here Elden Ring, you can select the Elden Ring and then you can click on Repair Service, or if you see Install Easy Anti-Cheat, you can install it. So in my case, I don't have Elden Ring over here, so I'm not doing it. But if you see Elden Ring over here, you can select it. If you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install and then check. Now the next step is to delete dinput 8 DLL or winhttp.dll from the game installation folder. So make a right click on the game, select Manage, then click on Browse Local Files and then open the game folder. Now over here, if you see this dinput 8.dll or winhttp.dll, then you can remove these files. Now before you remove it, you can just copy this file. You can create a backup. So I have a backup over here. Now if something wrong happens, you can always put the file back. So just create a backup first. Now once you have the backup, now you can delete this dinput 8 if you have this. If you don't have it, then you don't have to do it. You can skip this step. Delete these two files and you already have a backup, so no need to worry. If something wrong happens, you can put it back. Now you can try to launch the game and then check. Also, remove outdated mods. So if you're using mods and if it is outdated, then you can remove or uninstall mods and then launch the game and then check. Also allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus, just make sure that you allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, then open Windows settings and then go to privacy and security if you have Windows 11 and then click on Windows security. If you have Windows 10, you will have update and security option, then click on Windows security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Now scroll down at the end, click on manage ransomware protection. Now click on allow an app through control to folder access. Click on yes to allow. Now click on add an allowed app. Now click on browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder. Select the game exe file and then click on open. Also select this exe file and then click on open. Now type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Click on system and security, Windows Defender Firewall, and then click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top. Click on go back and then Windows Defender Firewall. Allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top and then click on allow another app and then click on browse and then again open the game folder. And then select the game exe file, click on open and then click on add. Once the game is added, now click on allow another app once again, browse, select this exe file, click on open and then click on add. In my case, it is already added. Now once the game is added over here, click on OK. Now launch the game and then check. Now still you're facing the problem, then please follow the rest of the steps shown in this video. Now the first step is to uninstall Epic Games Launcher. So Steam users, you can uninstall Epic Games Launcher and then launch the game. So you can type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel and then click on uninstall a program. Now if you have Epic Games Launcher, now before you uninstall Epic Games Launcher, let me inform you, you might need to reinstall all the Epic Games Launcher games. So if you want, you can try this. So go to Epic Games Launcher, make a right click over here and then click on uninstall. Now once it is uninstalled, now find Epic Online Services. So you will find Epic Online Services, make a right click, then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. If you want to keep Epic Games Launcher, in that case you can update the latest, you can reinstall the latest version of Epic Games Launcher and then check. Next step is to close or end Process Lasso services. Now this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So if this is open, if you have these services open, so here you can see Lasso services running. So you can make a right click and then click on exit Process Lasso. You can click on yes. You can also make a right click on the start menu and then go to task manager. If you find the services related to this application, you can close it. So over here, if you find any Lasso services over here running, you can make a right click and then click on end. You can end the task. In my case, I have already closed it, so it's not there. So if you see the services running, close it. Also, if that does not work, you can uninstall this application. So you can just go to control panel once again and then click on control panel, uninstall a program. Now find the services, find the application over here. Here you can see the application, make a right click, then click on uninstall. I am not uninstalling, but you can just click on uninstall. Let me uninstall. So click on uninstall, and then once the uninstall is done, you can restart your computer. And after the system restart, you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to, if you want to use it later on, you can always reinstall it. Next step is to delete temporary files. Now this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So open run box. So type in run in Windows search box and then click on run. Over here type in %temp %temp %, then click on OK. Select everything, Control A, and then you can delete this. Continue. Once you delete the temporary files over here, now type in run once again and then click on run. This time type in temp and then click on OK. Select everything, make a right click and then click on delete. Once deleted, now you can empty the recycle bin. So it goes to recycle bin. So you can check your recycle bin. If you have something important, you can restore it. If you want to empty it, just make a right click and then click on empty recycle bin, then click on yes, continue. And once it is done, now restart your computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this and then launch the game. Next step is to remove outdated mods. So if you have any kind of outdated mods in the game, remove it and then launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Also close all the overclocking applications. So make sure you close MSI Afterburner or RivaTuner. So for many users this has worked. Do not ignore this. So if you have MSI Afterburner running, then make sure that you close MSI Afterburner. So if this is running, just make a right click. If you have this running, make a right click and then click on close. Now even if you have RivaTuner running, in that case also close RivaTuner. Sometimes you have this RivaTuner running. So if this is running, then you can close this RivaTuner statistic server. Make a right click and then click on close. Close it and then launch the game. And then after you close all the overclocking applications, so if you have any other overclocking application, make sure that you close it and then restart Steam and then launch the game. Also close RGB lighting software such as Aura Sync. So if you have Aura Sync running, you can close it. Uninstall Translucent TV or Microsoft Power Toys. So this has also worked for many players, so it might work for you. So if you have these things installed, you can close it. In my case here, you can see Power Toys, Microsoft Power Toys is running. Make a right click, then click on exit. And if that does not work, you can simply uninstall it. Later on, once you are done playing the game, you can always reinstall it whenever you want. So you can click on uninstall, click on uninstall, and after the uninstall, restart your computer. Also, if you have Microsoft Power Toys installed, you can uninstall it. Make a right click, then click on uninstall. Find the Power Toys in the list. You can make a right click, click on uninstall, click on yes, uninstall. Now after the uninstall, restart your computer. And after the system restart, launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Also, if you have HOTAs, wheel, pedals, if you have any external devices connected, disconnect it which you are not using. Any additional USB adapter or devices. Disconnect additional controller connected to the computer. If you have joystick connected, you can disconnect it and then launch the game. Disconnect multiple monitor, try launching the game on single monitor. Disable Steam overlay, make a right click on the Steam game and then select properties and then turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game and then launch the game. Next step is to close all other overlay applications. So if you have overlay on in Discord, you can turn it off. Overlay on in GeForce Experience, turn it off. So close all the other overlay application. Also, if you have any kind of third-party software running, you can close it. Make sure only the Steam and the game is running. The rest, close everything. Also, close all the browser and third-party application. And remove the undervolt if you have undervolted computer and perform clean boot. For this, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services and then click on disable all. In my case, this option is grayed out. I already did it. In your case, this would be highlighted. So put a check over here which says hide all Microsoft services first and then click on disable all, then click on apply, click on OK, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now this is important. This has also worked for many players. So open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. The link is provided in the video description. Here you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and download x64. You have to download both the files. So run both the exe file. So run x64 and then run x86. So if you see the install option, click on install. If you see the repair option, click on repair. Click on yes to allow. In my case, I have already installed, so it's telling me to restart my computer. So please ignore this and then run the second file as well, that is x86. Again, if you see the install, click on install. If you see the repair, click on repair, click on yes, and once installed you will see a restart option. Restart is a must. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. I'm not restarting, but you restart your computer. Now the next step is to do a clean installation of your graphics card driver. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website and then select the right product type. So if you have GeForce, select GeForce. Now select the right product series. So make sure that you select your graphic card over here. So for me it's 30 series. Now select the right graphic card. So whichever graphic card you have, select your graphic card over here. Now if you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11 and then click on start search and then scroll down, and over here you can see GeForce Game Ready driver, not the studio but GeForce Game Ready driver. Now this is the latest one right now, that is driver version 546.33. so whichever is the latest, click on get download and then click on download now. And once the download is complete, you have to run this exe file. So let the download complete. Once done, click on the exe file and then you will see this screen. Click on agree and continue and then put a check on the box which says custom. So select custom over here and then click on next. Then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check over here and then click on next and let the installation complete. First of all, it will uninstall the previous version and then it will do a clean installation of the latest version, and after this restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box and then click on graphics settings and then click on browse over here. Go to the game installation folder. If the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Now open the game folder and then open the game folder over here. Select the game exe file, click on add. In my case, the game is already added. So once the game is added over here, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Again, click on browse over here and then select this exe file, click on add. And once it is added, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Now launch the game. Next step is to, now this is for dual graphic card user. You can disable integrated graphic card. So in my case, first of all, make a right click on the start menu and then click on device manager and expand display adapter. Now over here, in my case, the inbuilt, the integrated one is Intel. So this is a dedicated graphic card. So you can make a right click on Intel and then click on disable device. And then once it is disabled, now you can launch the game. You can always enable it. Once done, you can always enable it from here. So check it. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select manage and then click on browse local files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Open the game folder. Now over here you can see the game exe file. Make a right click on the game exe file, click on run as administrator and then check. If that does not work, you can try this. You can make a right click on start protected game and then click on run as administrator. This has also worked for many players. So run as administrator and then check. Now the next step is to update Windows 10 or 11 to current build. So type in WINVER. Right now the current is 23H2. In my case, I've already installed my Windows to the latest version. So you can go to settings, go to update and security or Windows update and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, then restart your computer and then launch the game. This is important. If you have Windows 8, then you can upgrade to Windows 10 or 11 and then launch the game. Next step is to create a new Windows admin account. Now this has also worked for many players. So if nothing works, you can try this. So you can open Windows settings and then go to accounts and then scroll down. Now over here you can see the option which says other users. You can select other users and then click on add account. And then click on I don't have this person sign in information. So if you don't want to use email, Microsoft account, and then add a user without a Microsoft account. you can create a username whatever you want. So I will just, this is just an example. So, and enter the password. So whichever password you want, you can just create a password if you want to create a password. Answer the security questions. So this is just an example. You can select your security questions. And then click on next. And once this is created, click on this down arrow and then click on change account type and then select administrator from here and then click on OK. And once done, you can go to click on the start menu and then over here, click on the profile name, and here you can see the new created account. So you can click on it, enter the password, login, and then you can check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Next step is to verify integrity of game files. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select properties, go to the install files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. After the verification, this will take some time, and once the verification is done, launch the game. Next step is to uninstall and reinstall Easy Anti-Cheat. Now for this, go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder, open the Easy Anti-Cheat folder. Here you can see uninstall Easy Anti-Cheat option over here. So you can make a right click and then click on run as administrator, click on yes, and once this is done, you can press any key to continue. Once done, now here you can see install Easy Anti-Cheat. Make a right click, then click on run as administrator, click on yes, again press any key on the keyboard, and once done, now you can launch the game and then check. Now if that does not work, you can make a right click on uninstall Easy Anti-Cheat once again and then click on run as administrator, click on yes, and then press any key to continue. Once done, now launch the game. Now this time when you launch the game, do not install it from here. Do not install Easy Anti-Cheat from here. When you launch the game, it will reinstall Easy Anti-Cheat. So here you can see it's installing Easy Anti-Cheat. So when you launch the game, it will reinstall Easy Anti-Cheat and then it will launch the game and then you can check. The game should start and you should not face any issue this time. Now let me close the game. If this does not work, in that case, the next step is to select automatically manage paging file in virtual memory. Now for this, type in view advanced system settings in search box. Over here, type in view advanced system settings and then click on view advanced system settings. Click on the first settings and then go to put a check which says let Windows choose what's best for my computer, and then go to advanced option and click on change over here. Now select the drive where the game is installed and then put a check on the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives and then click on OK. OK. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So click on play and then check. Now still you are facing the problem. Next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box and then click on view advanced system settings and then click on the first settings and then go to advanced tab and then click on change over here and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK, and over here it's 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 GB. So 116 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5. 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM that is into 1.5. So in my case, initial size is 24576 and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case, that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024. I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3. That is 49152. 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here. Then click on OK. OK. Apply. OK. OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to switch to window mode. If you are able to launch the game, then switch to window mode and lower down graphics settings. So launch the game first. Now go to system and then go to graphics over here. Now select window mode over here and then click on keep. And then if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower it down more and then turn off ray tracing quality. Now over here, if everything is set to maximum, you can try high. You can even go for medium or low and then check the performance. Now the next step is to update Windows using media creation tool.
If you have Windows 10, copy this link. If you have Windows 11, copy this link. Windows 10 users, go to this website. Here you can see media creation tool. Click on download tool now and then run this exe file. Then you will see the screen. Click on accept. By default, upgrade this PC now would be selected. Click on next. It will start downloading Windows 10 along with the latest update. Now this process will take some time. Now once the download is complete, before the installation, you will see this screen which says ready to install, and by default the option to keep personal files and app would be checked. When this is checked, you will not lose any data on the computer. So click on install, and once the installation is complete, log into your computer. Now for Windows 11 users, go to this website. Here also you will find media creation tool. Click on download now and then run this exe file. Click on yes to allow. Now this will load Windows 11 media creation tool. Now click on accept. By default, Windows 11 would be selected. Click on next. Select ISO file, then click on next. You can save the location. You can set the location as desktop and then click on save over here. Now once the download is complete, click on finish and then go to desktop, find Windows ISO file, make a double click on Windows ISO file, then run the setup file, make a double click on setup file, click on yes to allow. This will load Windows 11 now. And here you can see install Windows 11, click on next. It will check for update, then click on accept. Again, it will check for update. Now before the installation, you will see the screen which says ready to install, and by default the option to keep personal files and app would be checked. When this is checked, you will not lose any data on the computer. Click on install. After the installation, log into your computer.
Now the next step is to uninstall the game. Now if this does not work, then you can make a right click and then click on manage, then click on uninstall. Now after you uninstall, delete the game files. So go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder, restart your computer and then reinstall the game to different drive. So if you have another SSD, try installing the game to another SSD. Now if the game is installed to another SSD, in that case you can try installing the game to C drive. So if the game is not installed in C drive, you can try to install the game in C drive and then check. If the game is already installed in C drive, then you can try installing the game to another SSD and then check. Now the next step is to reset Windows. So if nothing is working, you can reset your Windows. Now let me inform you that you will lose all the data on your computer. You will lose all the data and application when you go for reset. So make sure that you create a backup first. Create a backup and then go for reset. Now to reset, go to settings and then go to Windows Update or Update and Security, and then you will see Advanced option. Go to Advanced option and then click on Recovery. And here you can see Reset PC. Click on Reset PC. Now here you can see choose an option. Keep my files will remove application and settings, but it will keep your personal files. Remove everything will remove all your personal files, apps and settings. So you can select the option which you want. I will select keep my files for now, and then go for local reinstall. Click on local reinstall, and after the reinstall, you can set up your computer and then reinstall the game and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.